Good morning everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and welcome to the channel if you're new, and welcome to this new video in which again we're going to do an alt season update. And this is the first time, and I actually tweeted about this as well on X last week. This is the first time that I have to make a video like this and say, you know, maybe we actually have an alt season on our hands. Now I do want to, you know, that's a bit of an exaggeration here at the start of the video. But there is a lot of momentum right now, right? And you just cannot deny that there's even more momentum in certain optics compared to the beginning of November. There's a lot of major news coming out right now that's bullish for the entire market. There's more than I can say in this video, right? But the two main things that I would say right now are the main catalysts for moving up Bitcoin and therefore also moving up altcoins. Although a lot of this I would actually say is caused by Ethereum, and there's a lot of positive news for Ethereum as well. But first of all, yesterday evening we had the news that crypto investments would probably be made available for pension funds in the United States. That's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of possible money that can flow into crypto. Outside of that, we're seeing all of this crypto being bought up with shares, right? With equity, with a lot of treasury strategies by listed companies. So they're buying up a lot of crypto, so that's obviously increasing demand, and the supply stays the same for a lot of these coins, not for all of them, but still. And then outside of that, yesterday, like I said, a lot of the times back in the past when altcoins were strong, it was started with Ethereum being strong, and this is the strongest I've seen Ethereum since the start of 2023, and that's also caused by treasury strategy of certain companies, but also, for example, Ethereum staking coming to the ETF. So overall, the fundamentals are very good. Now, the last time we covered altcoins, what I said is that, you know, we are at a major resistance level. And that is still something I think you need to be aware of, and I think you need to be cautious about, all right? This level right here, around $305 billion. So we're taking a look at others right here, right? So that's the total crypto... let me do this. So that's the total crypto market cap, excluding the top 10. So this is really altcoins. And that is a major resistance level. You can look at the 3-day time frame. I mean, even when we were quite bullish, we actually found some resistance there and we pulled back. So I think there's a lot of hype, there's a lot of positivity, there's a lot of momentum in the markets, but I think you should be aware that this is a major resistance level. And I actually do think, and that's aligning quite well with the timing, I actually do think a pullback is more likely here. A pullback into the yearly rolling VWAP. So the first level that we will look at for a potential reaction is 280, 275. There we have the 7-day rolling VWAP, we have the yearly rolling VWAP, get a strong reaction there, and we're going to break out and rally higher. Now, is that an alt season? I don't know. It depends on your definition of an alt season. Not in the same sense as 2021 and 2017. Is it bullish for altcoins? Yes. Right, and the next target would be $350 billion, by the way. But it's also a possibility that we actually pull back all the way to $260 billion or $255 billion, which is, for example, what we did in, I believe, 2024. Back then, though, the funding rates were much higher, and funding rates are definitely something you have to keep your eyes on, and they are higher now. But are they that high that you need to worry about them? No. So yeah, overall, just to summarize my thoughts on altcoins right now, I'm bullish on altcoins. I think you should have a long bias, and I think you should buy altcoins whenever you have a good opportunity. Don't just buy blindly. But while you're doing that, be prepared and be aware that we are at a resistance level where we have always found resistance, and I think it's quite likely we're going to find resistance there as well, and that we're going to pull back, and that we can pull back quite low. As long as you're ready for that, I think you're going to be fine, because after that pullback, I do expect more stability, and I do expect continuation up higher. Right, so those are my expectations on altcoins. I just think you need to be ready, and I think you shouldn't over leverage at this point of time. But that's what I think you need to know. Like I said, keep your eyes on the funding rate heat map as well, because if this gets high for some time, not right now, but let's say it stays high for a week, you're going to have price action like, can I find it? Like this, right? So a major spike down and then a recovery. So be aware of that. But those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. So hopefully that helps. Take care. Have a great day, everybody, and bye.